Normally I avoid talking about or politics or having some sort of heated debates about them because it's really just akin to discussing football teams or ice hockey teams or anything like that. It's really not a productive discussion that I would like to have, and I just see it as a waste of time. But I just wanted to say my piece in here because really politics, mainstream politics, it's nothing more than just a fake soap opera. You have actors that know exactly what they're supposed to do. They know exactly what they're supposed to say, and they know exactly who they're supposed to attack. But they're all on the same team, really, and it's sort of it's not depressing, but not even disheartening, but sort of maybe disappointing that some people are still actually playing this game. Like you having a team A or team B is no other than having conservatives or liberals. It's really the same thing. What I'm seeing is that a lot of people are now putting their faith into Elon's America Party or American Party or whatever the fuck the name is. It doesn't really matter. That it will somehow, change things for the better. That it will somehow solve problems. The same way they relied on Trump, and when there were signs were there. They relied on Trump. There were many red flags with Trump. Him being a Zionist is one of the most obvious ones, just like Biden said he was. But that's another topic. But yeah, with Trump, there are many red flags, but no one really gave a fuck. And now with Elon Musk, it's the same. Like, you are putting your faith into Elon, who is a drug addict and who employs cheap labor, cheap foreigners in Tesla or SpaceX or whatever. He employs cheap foreigners on visas, on working visas, so they outcompete Americans. Have you seen those photos that he published? I don't know what it was. It was, I think, like new grok or whatever. And there's like Indians in the photos. He's not even really trying to hide it. So we have a drug addict who is bringing in foreigners and therefore exacerbating the whole problem. Because he brings in cheap labor. And then you bring someone from some shithole somewhere, like from India or whatever, and he is willing to work for a third of what the American engineer would work for. Well, of course, he's going to sort of quote unquote outcompete. Like, he's not very skilled, but he's cheap, and that's exactly what they're now hiring. That's exactly who they're looking for. The big companies, big tech, whoever. That's also sort of why they're making advancements in the AI sector, because they need AI to help their cheap labor to actually do basic things, because they're too unskilled. They're unable to do anything on their own. And so Elon is the perfect example of this. He is not someone you should put your faith into. He does not, like, look at his family even. Look how he's running his own family. It's not a person that would be able to. It's not a person that would be able to run a country. He won't make anything better. And because people are thinking, oh, Trump finally showed his colors, Trump finally, he has finally shown that who he supports, who he represents. Those same people that are now supporting Elon are disillusioned with Trump, and they just turn to supporting Elon because, you know, they just right now found out that Trump is not really their man. As if the $250 million from AIPAC wasn't enough to really show you whose side Trump is on. And now they're supporting Elon with a broken family, a drug addict who employs cheap foreigners and has no interest in hiring white Americans. And you think he will somehow what? He is some sort of an answer to our problems? No. It's the same shit all over again. And there are really extremely naive, stupid, borderline retarded people that still believe that he is going to be the answer. It's incredible. There's so many warning signs, so many red flags with him. He's a transhumanist, for God's sakes. And you don't care. You don't care. Yeah, Elon's gonna make things better. Look, oh, Grok, is this true? It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And those same people that are supporting Elon are the same motherfuckers that are asking Grok if 2 + 2 = 4. It's just pathetic. Elon's party, whatever the fuck it will be, it doesn't matter. It will be the same. It will be just the third party to not really any sort of an alternative to Democrats or Republicans. It will be more of the same. More of the same. So you should not support Elon. You should not support Trump. You should finally get it through your thick skull that no politician is going to be doing things in your favor. Is going to have your best interest at heart. Certainly no mainstream politician. That's for sure. It's all fake. There's not a single one of them that wants that envisions a good future for you. That wants to work towards better future for native people of Europe, for Americans. There's not a single one of them. It's all fake. It's a theater. And those of you who still support Trump, who still support Elon, another Fell For It Again award should be awarded to you, because it's just pathetic at this point. If you would ever dare to look at those things as they are, not through the lens of fear, not through the lens of propaganda, but really just look at the things as they are, it would be clear to see. You don't see it because you refuse to see it, because you're afraid of admitting that there's none of those people in power, in positions of power, that actually want to do good things. There's not a single one of them, at least mainstream ones. All the opposition is controlled. It's the same with AfD in Germany. When I see someone spewing bullshit about how AfD is going to change things, like, how are they going to change things? AfD, it's just basically Trump. It's basically just Trump. But with the lesbian, with a Sri Lankan girlfriend at the helm. It's the same thing everywhere. Those are not traditional values. That's not conservative at all. There's not a single good thing about it. Trump getting money from AIPAC, you don't care. Trump being a Zionist, the same with Biden, who admitted that. You don't care. They're all the same. Oh, but Musk bought Twitter and renamed it to X. And there's finally free speech. There's no free speech on Twitter or X or whatever the name is. If you say that something that's truly controversial, now it is better than it was on Twitter. That's for sure. But if you say something that's really controversial, you will also get shadow banned. You will get hidden into the spam folder or whatever that is. You know, when you scroll down through the comments and there's like show probable spam, and those are the real juicy controversial comments. Or you will get outright banned. It's better than it was during Twitter, but to hail Elon Musk as some sort of a savior of a free speech, like he himself said that it's freedom of speech, not a freedom of reach, you know. What does that even mean? Like, if I say something that's controversial and you will shut down basically my ability to spread it, to have it, to put it on a stage somewhere, you know, to have it said where there's people to see, people to hear it, you're basically censoring me. It's a soft censor. You won't ban me outright, but you will soft censor me. How is that freedom of speech? It's, you know, it's all the same. It's all the theater. It's theater. It's a soap opera for adults, for stupid adult sheep. It's just, that's all it is. So do not support Trump. Do not support Elon Musk. Do not support Democrats. Do not support or whoever. American party, it does not matter. They're all the same. They're all the same. All the mainstream big personalities are the same. If you have a big politician, big mainstream media personality, they are controlled. They know what they're supposed to say. They have their marching orders, mostly from AIPAC. 90% from AIPAC. The US senators are owned by AIPAC. Therefore, few of them, they're all owned by AIPAC. They're getting donations. They're representing their interests. In Europe, it's the same. It's the same playbook in all the white countries. It's the same playbook everywhere, all the white countries. The opposition is not really an opposition. It's just something to shut you up. And now Trump with the deportations, it's the same thing. Like, now people are saying, oh, but look at Trump, he's deporting people, he's deporting illegals. It does not matter. The deportations that Trump is doing are insignificant in number. You would have to do like 20 times more or even more than that to really make a dent. It's just something to shut you up. It won't really change anything. The numbers are not big enough. And now there are all the people that are wondering, like, look at how the crime rates went up in the US and in Europe. Look at how the crime rates went up, and people are genuinely surprised. They're genuinely surprised. I've seen an uptick in videos now and even opinions of people that are genuinely surprised these things are happening. Like, look at how our society is divided. Look at how it's divided. You know, it might be divided because when someone tells you the truth that's easily searchable, you will dismiss him or them as a conspiracy theorist. No wonder your country is in fucking shambles. When you don't really care, you don't want to be informed. You just go and you see Reuters or you read something from whatever, Bloomberg or CNN. I don't even know them anymore. you read something and you just make that your opinion, you just make that your worldview, because it's too hard for you, too uncomfortable to really dig into things and really start researching why things are happening. That the immigration, the controlled opposition, the economic downturns that we've had not recently, but recently they were the more noticeable, that it's all connected and it's all done deliberately. It's all done deliberately, on purpose, by people that hate you and want you gone. And they're all in the club. They're all in the club. And you still think a multi-billionaire, Zionist, drug addict, immigrant welcoming, cheap labor exploiting motherfucker is going to solve anything, because you're too cowardly to start doing something yourself. Or maybe you're just too stupid to understand. I don't know, that might be the case. Maybe you're just too stupid to understand. Maybe maybe you search what the APAC is, finally you do that, and you just won't understand what that is and why would they do that, and then you just dismiss it as some kind of a conspiracy theory because you just don't understand it genuinely. I don't know what's the reason for your enormous cognitive dissonance that's restricting you from accepting any kind of different point of view. Actually, I know the reason. It's the same reason Yuri Bezmenov said that a fully demoralized individual cannot distinguish between truth and fiction. They are unable to see the truth, even if you would tell them, even if you would show them 1,000 times, even if you would bring up any statistics, like the crime rates. Why are the crime rates higher? I don't know. Have you seen a direct correlation to crime rates and demographics? Wherever that happens, not only in US, in Europe, direct correlation between crime rates and demographics. Is that too extreme for you to admit? Are you a conservative that does not see race, that just see whether or not you have the right values? You are hiding your head in sand, and that's not gonna really help you. That's not gonna make things go away just for your information. That's not really gonna make the establishment hate you less. If anything, they will even hate you more for how pathetic you are. You need to dig your head out of the sand, like pull it up, and stop dismissing credible data. Because that's what's going to cost you your future. And this is not just a specific to generation, although boomers are lost, but they're also kind of irrelevant. This goes throughout all the generations. All the generations. Younger generations, for example, have problems with mostly men, with how women are deranged and promiscuous, which I agree with. Like modern women certainly are, and it's a big problem. But they never connect the dots. Why are they that way? Why are they the way they are? Which things in history led to the point which made them the way they are? There were particular things that happened in the past that gave them the opportunity, or straight up motivated them to be the way they are. You should really think about the why. Just doing a sort of a commentary on current things is not good enough. Just being an observer and just stating the obvious, you know, you're just stating the obvious, like, oh, these things are happening, women are whores and men are weak, and there's I don't know, like there's degeneracy everywhere. Why? Who is behind that? Because there are specific people behind it. And it's not the same old cop-out that people are using, oh, it's just for profit because of the aggressive, ruthless capitalists. None of that. We don't have capitalism. This is not capitalism. Not in the US, not in Europe. This is not capitalism. This is straight up Marxism. And politicians are all Marxists. This has nothing to do with capitalism. And this is a topic for another video. Very different topic, but this is not because of money. This is done deliberately because someone doesn't like you and wants you gone. So you need to start looking into the core of these things. You need to start looking into why and who, not just what's going on, what's happening. You need to start looking specifically who is responsible for this. Why are the ads in the US military geared towards minorities and are discriminating white people? But once they would like to go to war, there are only white people in those ads again. Why is it okay to discriminate against white people and not others? These are our lands in Europe. White Americans build America the way it is. They built civilization there. Why is it okay to discriminate against them? While it's not okay to discriminate against anybody else. So why are these things happening? You need to really take a good, long, hard look at that. Assess the situation. Don't just say, oh, this is happening. Why is it happening? You should always be curious why things are happening and who is pushing those things. You should always be curious. You should always ask those questions. You should ask, why aren't politicians interested in making our economy better? Why aren't they interested in bringing in domestic production of products? Why do they want cheap labor? It's not only because of the profits. It's not the sole motivator, and in some cases it's not even the motivator at all. Some things would be done regardless of monetary gain or loss. So stop believing rich billionaires that have done nothing but brought more trouble to your lands, to my lands, to our lands, to solve it for you. They respond to those who pay them and who have a real compromising material on them. That's how they ensure loyalty. So please be aware of these things happening. Now, of course, this video wasn't meant exactly for people that actually know these things, even though you can find solace in sometimes in hearing what you already know, because truth will really set you free. It's important to stop whining and start doing something. But what can we do, I heard you ask? Network, inform yourself, inform others. It's really important. Try to be self-sufficient. Arm yourself as much as legally possible. What can you do about the invasion? Well, if there is someone somewhere where I own it, in an object that belongs to me, someone comes in there without my invitation, I will at least make him feel not welcome and be unpleasant. Compliance will get you to your grave. That's all that's gonna happen. You really don't have a choice. You might still, if you're old enough, live your life in semi sort of comfort, but it's your obligation to do the right thing because of your children and your grandchildren. So that's really all I want to talk about. If only one person will hear this and will make them think about this a little bit, then that's exactly what the purpose of this video is, or was. So take care and start thinking. Your future depends on it.